Hey, this is David. Today we're going to show you how to fix an upright Frigidaire freezer that's not running. This issue might be happening if there's a faulty thermostat or a bad defrost timer. Let's find out what's going on so we can fix this problem step by step. Before we get started, hit those like and subscribe buttons if you want to join our repair community and get notified each time we post a new video guide. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. Today, we'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a Flathead screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, and a multimeter. And please remember to keep safety first. Normally, we would unplug the freezer, but we'll need the power on for our first check today. Anytime I run across a freezer or a refrigerator that's not running, and it has a mechanical defrost timer, that's going to be my first check. And when I say it's not running, I mean that no sounds are coming from the appliance, no fan motors, compressor, or condenser fan motor, if it has one. The light may be on, but that would be all. If the freezer isn't running, the inside is usually warm and food is thawing out. The defrost timer is the easiest part to check, and believe me, I love easy. So let's do this. Find the defrost timer, which on most upright freezers, including this model, is usually located in the back machine compartment and mounted to the metal frame. You're going to use the flathead screwdriver to slowly turn the dial clockwise. If the compressor and fans come on, this means the timer was stuck in a defrost cycle and never advanced. If that's the case, then turning it is all you have to do for now until you can get a new timer. No more testing needed. But if the freezer won't come on even after you turn the dial all the way around, we'll need to keep troubleshooting. The temperature control thermostat, or as it's sometimes called a cold control, regulates the temperature inside the freezer. There's a long tube called a capillary tube that comes out of the control and regulates the temperature through contraction and expansion. A liquid inside the hollow tube will expand when it's warm and push the switch contacts together. When the temperature cools down, the liquid contracts and the contacts will open, shutting the power off to the compressor and fans. Now, over a period of time, this contact will become corroded and fail. Sometimes it won't shut off, but other times it may fail in an open position and not turn on at all. Let me show you how you can check the control with a multimeter. Make sure the freezer is unplugged or the breaker is turned off before you start testing. On this specific model, the control is located behind the evaporator cover. We need to remove the lower shelves and then use the Phillips head screwdriver to remove the screws at the top of the cover, the ones at the bottom, and the two on the sides of the panel. Then pull the cover out and forward. There's a styrofoam cover that needs to be removed to access the connectors on the control. You'll need to pull the two wires off of the terminals, then set your multimeter to continuity mode. Use the leads to check across the two terminals. With the freezer probably being warm, there should be continuity and your meter should beep, which means the switch is closed. If there's no continuity, the control is defective and will need to be replaced. Once you're done testing, now you can install the two plugs to the terminals. They can go to either terminal. Once you're done testing, put the styrofoam cover over the thermostat. There are also two rubber seals that fit on each side of the panel. Then position the evaporator cover into place and secure it with the Phillips head screws. You can see here that the defrost timer on this model is bad. If your freezer has the same problem, let's replace the timer together. Pull the freezer out far enough to get behind it and find the defrost timer. There are usually a couple of 1/4-inch screws that hold it to the bottom panel. So you'll need to remove the screws and then remove the plug. Here's the old defrost timer and here's the new one. If you've already got one, great. If not, you can pick one up at AppliancePartsPros.com. We need to reconnect the plug to the new timer and align the screw holes with the metal bracket holes. Then replace the screws. You're going to want to plug the freezer back in or turn the breaker back on to see if it comes on. Sometimes the timer is in a defrost position and the dial on the timer will need to be manually advanced. To do this, just turn the dial slowly clockwise with a flathead screwdriver until the fans and compressor come on. That's it. If you need a new defrost timer or something else for your freezer, grab your model number and head over to appliancepartspros.com to order a replacement, which arrive in just a few days. After you get your new part, we'll walk you through the installation with our video guides. Share your repair experience with us. Leave a comment below. If this video helps you, hit the like and subscribe buttons to see more videos like this. See you next time.